Today's story is about a young woman who was about to marry a man with a terrible secret. As you listen to the story, try to notice how all the grammar we have studied up to now work together to tell a story. Let's begin. Once upon a time, a wealthy man came to the mill and asked to marry the miller's daughter. The miller was very happy and quickly said yes, but the daughter felt a terrible fear in her heart. One afternoon, the man said to her, "We are getting married soon. Next Sunday, I'm hosting a big party for my friends, and you must come see my house." When Sunday arrived, the poor girl felt very anxious about the journey. While she was walking through the forest, she dropped peas on the ground at every step. She walked the whole day until suddenly she saw a scary old house in the middle of the forest. She opened the heavy door. Inside, it was very quiet and dark. The girl walked silently through the empty house. While she was looking around the rooms, she found a cellar. In the cellar, she found an old woman sitting in the corner. "Excuse me," the girl said. "Does my groom live here?" "Oh no," the old woman cried. "The man you were marrying is a terrible robber. He is coming back tonight and planning to turn you into stone. Hide here. While he and his friends sleep, we are leaving together." Shortly afterwards, a loud noise came from the stairs. The robber and his friends arrived, dragging another young girl with them. The poor girl cried out in fear, but they did not care. While the girl was crying, the robber groom held both sides of her face. First, she went silent. Then, she went still and slowly turned into solid stone. The gold ring on her finger did not change. One of the other robbers tried to take it, but the ring was stuck. He pulled so hard that suddenly the heavy stone statue cracked and broke. The ring flew into the air and rolled near the barrel where the girl was hiding. Before the robbers could look for the ring, the old woman called them away to dinner. Finally, late at night, the terrible robbers fell into a deep sleep. While they were snoring loudly, the girl and the old woman ran out as fast as they could. The peas were growing in the bright moonlight, showing them the way home. They walked through the forest all night until at last they safely arrived back at the mill. The girl immediately told her father the terrible truth about her wealthy groom. A few days later, the robber groom arrived at the mill for the wedding. The clever father invited all his friends and family to a big dinner party. As they were sitting at the table eating, the father said, "Everyone is telling a story tonight, so my daughter must speak too." The groom smiled and said, "What story are you telling us today, my love?" The girl looked at him and said, "I'll tell you a strange dream that I had. I dreamt I was walking through a dark forest and found a scary house. Then I dreamt I went into the cellar and an old woman hid me behind a big wooden barrel. While I was hiding, some terrible robbers arrived, and I saw them turn another girl into stone. When they tried to take her ring, one robber pulled so hard that the statue broke. The ring came off and rolled to my feet where I hid. And here is that very ring. She showed the ring to all the guests. The robber groom tried to run away, but the strong guests stopped him and called the police. The police arrested him and all his friends. The girl was finally safe, and she never went into that dark forest again. The end. Thanks for watching. Want to understand the grammar from this story? Watch the grammar lesson, or continue with your next story.